to do some fun, stupid stuff as well,
What did I say? You staying? Oh my god, I'm so distracted. Staying? What did I say?
Who said staying yes again? Welcome to the fourth episode of our podcast, Chocolate and Spice, Two Brown Women Talk. Hi, I'm Neha, the older, quieter sister.
Hey, I'm Nidhi, the younger and the chattier one. Today's episode is all about aging and staying young, if there is such a thing.
So true. Society has us all think aging is some kind of a problem that must be solved. Why though? Right? It is the most inevitable thing in everyone's lives. And yet there are milestones in our lives like turning 30 or 40, or in my case, mid 40s, which definitely makes you realize you're getting older, and signs are there for all to see.
Yep. So, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about lessons of aging, what being in 40s and 30s has taught us, from skincare to soul care, from fine lines to big life shifts. Both of us have had very different experiences, and we are bringing it all here. So, settle down because we are going to talk all about it. So, since you are the older one, why don't you start? Tell me, how do you feel? How did you feel when you turned 40?
It was a big milestone from just a looks perspective, at least. And I feel like a lot of people had told me, like, one fine day when you wake up in your late 30s or 40s, you'll realize you look older. And for me, I think it was right when I was hitting 40. And I suddenly started noticing all of that. And it was such a strange feeling that I ended up making a video on it for my YouTube channel. So I have a YouTube channel. And I was like so sort of worried, or I don't know what I was feeling about turning 40. But I just made a video, which was surprisingly loved. So I'm grateful for that. But anyway, back to my journey. I worried for a bit, and then I searched up all the new moisturizers and stalked all the skin and dermatologist YouTube videos I could find. And thus began my about 3 to 4 months of trying different serums and oils and so on. Of course, nothing worked and nothing reverted the signs that were already there. And in fact, if anything, I started noticing those signs and wrinkles even more as I was so hyper focused on them. Right. So, anyway, it was an eye opener for me. And I realized aging is going to happen no matter what. And, like, even if I look few years younger now, I will look older over time, and nothing can change the fact. And it should be totally okay. And I feel like that's a very important mindset to adopt.
Yeah. And you look great, by the way. I mean, it's beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder, right? I mean, you are beautiful to your family, to all the loved ones, and I bet to a lot more people. But what do you choose for your skincare? Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, totally. In the sense that I don't have much of it. So it's going to be very quick. The one thing that I am very consistent with is sunscreen. And it's funny. And I think I got very lucky. Right in my teenage years, like right about when I was 17 or 18, I was informed about, like, I found out about sunscreen. And since then, I have been using sunscreen diligently. Like, if there is one thing I will keep in my purse or in my travels, it is sunscreen, and it's non-negotiable for me. But I actually go a step further, which I know annoys you and a lot of people, which, which is I will always wear a hat. I have a huge hat collection. So I will always wear a hat when I go out in the sun. And I know I sometimes look very ridiculous with my large, floppy hats, but I really don't care what anyone thinks because I do it for myself and for my skin. And so yeah, even if, like, I know it looks strange, but it's a non-negotiable for me. So the three things that I do are, then I put sunscreen every day. I wear a hat when I go out in the sun, and I do cleanse at night because I put sunscreen, so I do clean really well. I usually double cleanse, actually, and it's a simple enough routine that I'm able to follow without missing a day. And I feel like when I get older, I might need thicker moisturizers or maybe some sort of massage and so on, but right now I feel good and I feel okay, and so I'm gonna continue with this. But your turn now. How do you
No, but skins, I want to touch on your sunscreen. I don't know if you remember, uh, I don't know if it was 10 years back or how many years back when you just got into sunscreen. And at that time, I don't know if we had great sunscreen for our skin, like brown skin, and you would have the white cast and you would put it, and there was like a white cast, and I would get like so upset. It's like, what is the white thing? But you were so diligent. And now obviously technology has changed and we have better quality sunscreen that suits everybody's skin type. But you were really disciplined about it, and you
very
still are.
And totally, and what you said is so true. So I started my sunscreen journey long, long, long back, like when I was 18. But you're right, like most of the times when I would use those physical sunscreens, because the skin tone is dark, like our skin tone's darker, it would put a white cast.
Yeah.
Especially since I put a lot, so I diligently I like measured the right amount and put all of it on my face, and so of course it put a white cast. And to your point, in the photographs, it would have a white flash, or just look pasty, right? And I'm sure I looked weird. But for me, again, like I said, it was non-negotiable. Now I put sunscreens that melt. Like right now, I have sunscreen on, and it melts into my skin, and I'm so glad things are getting better. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe we didn't discover the right sunscreen in the past. And I actually also made a video on sunscreen because I was so obsessed with my
Yeah, you
recent.
have very
Yeah,
good recommendations, by the way, in that screen video. But yeah, I mean, it certainly works. You look great. I mean, it's not about looking younger. It's like your skin looks healthy. I think that is the whole point of it. Like it looks hydrated, it looks healthy, and you feel good. So
yeah. Thank you.
yeah.
It makes me feel good. But what do you use? I know you take care of your skin very diligently as well.
Yeah, first of all, I don't get time to sit down and think about aging as much because with a 6 year old, hyperactive 6 year old, I really like my knees hurt and I'm like, do I even have a moment to think about it because I have to go to the karate class? So that hasn't come to me yet. The way you said that when you turn like when you are in late 30s or 40s, one day you will feel it. I haven't felt that yet.
That's amazing.
But my metabolism has certainly slowed down. So I know that I don't need as much food as I used to. And alcohol doesn't sit well with me anymore. I used to be able to drink a couple of drinks and still have the best next day. But now I just feel that that brings me down. So, like body wise, all of those things have changed. And as far as skincare routine is concerned, like I can take over the episode if you like, because unlike yours, mine is huge. So one thing that you I've not shared with you yet, I started this just a couple of months back. It is called ice face plunge. Do you know what that is? It's exactly what it sounds like. So what I do is I take a big bowl of ice, I put water in it, I put ice in it, and I dunk my face in it for a few
Oh,
minutes, like a minute or so, and I do it a couple of times. And it's kind of waterboarding yourself, but you put your whole face in it and you don't breathe. But it wakes you up, it depuffs you, it helps you be alert, and I feel good. So I don't know if it really
you know
helps.
what? I don't know if you remember your childhood, but I clearly remember right now, like it flashed in my memory, that when you were like 10 or 11, or I don't know how, pretty young, you
Mhm.
used to take these ice cubes and used to put it on your face. I have no idea why you used to do that. And mommy used to get so mad at you because at least at that time, mommy was like, don't do it on your skin. You're too young. You might have like veins popping out and whatever. But for whatever reason, you used to do that. Like even back then. So maybe your skin loves that kind of hydration.
Yeah, I don't know why I did that when I was younger. Maybe somebody told me to do it, but right now I know that it really helps depuff and takes away the inflammation. So I just feel very good in the morning when I do it, the first thing in the morning. So that's the first thing I do, and then the regular, like I use eye cream. The first thing I put on my skin is a vitamin C serum, moisturizer. And then every day I do a red light therapy. Like I have this red light that I put in front of my face. Again, I don't think I've ever told you that, but I spent a lot of money and I bought this red light therapy machine. And it's supposed to boost collagen and elasticity. Don't know if it works, only God knows, but I feel good.
As
So
long as you feel good and as long as, your skin is
yeah.
healthy. Yeah.
Nighttime is retinol. I think you introduced me to retinol a couple of years back. So last 2 3 years, regularly every night I put retinol and like a thick night cream, and I do get a facial every month. So I have a membership here, which my husband gifted me for one of the birthday. Poor guy, he's still paying for the subscription. So I get something called a Diamond Glow facial, and it has like controlled exfoliation, and it infuses your skin with serum, and you can choose a serum. Like if your issue is hydration, they'll infuse your skin with hydration. If it's hyperpigmentation, they'll help you with that. But again, it's kind of my self-care thing. Every month I get like few points and I go and just get it reimbursed there and get like a facial or a massage. And you mentioned something about hats, and I love your hat passion. I think you might have been one of the reasons why I got into hat. And now you know how many hats I have, right? I've gifted you a couple of them too. So it is not just for fashion. It is really for sun protection, especially after using retinol. I know how much I need to protect my skin or face from sun. And a shout out to Wallaroo Hats. I absolutely love them. It's a women owned company and they have built UPF 50 plus sun protection. And they also donate a portion of their profits to skin cancer research and prevention. So, love the brand. I love everything about them. And so, Hat is all my personality now. So, and my husband says I'm high maintenance. I just think I have high standards because a lot of my salary goes into my skincare. So,
And whatever, again, whatever makes you feel
whatever
good.
makes you happy,
Like,
yeah.
yeah, I mean, obviously, your and my routines are completely different, and the only thing common is the hat. But
And the sunscreen now. Oh, by the way, I do put sunscreen also. So
okay,
that is one thing. Again, you taught me. I have done so much damage to my skin in my 20s because I thought I was invincible and I would go out in sun and I would go to Goa growing up in India. I would go to Goa and all those beaches and I would like, I don't need sun. And at that time in India growing up, it's like, you are brown. You don't need sunscreen. And I never paid a lot of attention to it, but thankfully there was more awareness created around sunscreen, and I just love it now. So
yeah, yeah, no, definitely, yeah. Sunscreen is a lifesaver. Sorry, skin saver. If you really care for it.
what are the lessons that you want to share from getting older? I know you have some thoughts on it, so go ahead.
Yeah, 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 for sure. I've been thinking about aging a lot. Like I turned 44 and it said like mid 40s is also very different from early 40s. And so I can also sense that. And for me, I just keep realizing like it is not at all bad, right? Now, of course, when I say that, I say it with the caveat that as we all get older, there are issues we might have with our body. We might get slower. Certain things don't work for us anymore. Obviously, we're going to look different, but it's not really all bad. And I collagen, like like I have a baby. I used to have a baby face, with a lot of collagen and stuff, and obviously I've lost all of that. But ultimately, how important is to look a certain way, right?
Yeah.
Is it to please someone else? Is it because I worry about what others would say if I didn't look a certain way? And if those are true statements, then here's the thing. Actually, no one has the time to really think about others, right? Most people do not think about you, first of all, and most people certainly don't want to think negatively about you. They do think about you or negatively about you. Well, it's their problem, not yours. And here's a quote. I don't remember where I read it, but it rings very true to me. So here it goes. At age 20, we worry about what others think of us. At age 40, we don't care what they think. At age 60, we discover that they've not been thinking of us at all. So-
Yeah, that's so true. Uh, yeah, that's so true, right? I mean, yeah,
exactly.
we've been overthinking about everything when there was no need for it.
And you're somebody who's always followed your own heart, right? So in your case, do you think in your case like looks are tied to self-esteem, especially as you're getting older?
So I don't know if Ma ever did this to you, but growing up, whenever somebody would compliment us when we were teenagers, and she would say, "Oh," whenever somebody would say, "Oh, your daughter is pretty," or "She's looking nice," she would say, and I'll say this in Hindi, and I'll say that in English, like, "अच्छा दिखने से क्या होता है? पढ़ाई लिखाई करने से होता है," which basically means all of these looks doesn't matter. Pay attention to your studies, and she would kind of. Uh, not give us an opportunity to accept that, like if somebody gave you a compliment. And I think that had an effect on me because I don't think my self esteem is tied to the way I look. It's more tied to the way I feel. I want to feel good. I do everything under my control to take care of my health, whether it's going to for my annual, for my dental checkup, for my gynae checkup. So I take care of all of that. Being groomed and being presentable is important to me, so I make sure I do that. But I wouldn't say that my self-esteem is tied to the way I look because I know I look very different from the way from when I what I how I looked when I was younger. So I would say that I'm certainly wiser now.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And you know what? Like I keep thinking the same thing. And thanks for reminding that quote from Mummy because you're so right. She always encouraged us to develop our other areas for personality. And while she taught us about the importance of maintaining ourselves and dressing up well, it was never overtly focused on just looks, which I think helped both of us. And again, I think the same thing as you, which is like aging is not a punishment, right? Getting older is not a punishment. It's an achievement. It's a passage of time. And the way I think about it is like we have all our cells, all the microorganisms that live in our body, they are also living the lives with us. Everything is so interconnected, and we're also interdependent on each other about it. And so every year that passes by, every year that we're getting older, we've also lived that much more, and you've gained that much more experience, which for me is so critical because I know that I had a lot of self-doubt and just challenges as I was growing up, and I have gained so much just through the passage of time, and I've matured so much more, and I feel so much stronger than before. I mean, I'm for me, I truly feel I'm living the best years of my life right now, and for that, I'm just very very grateful. So, as long as I'm careful with my health, as long as I take care of what I put inside my body and put inside my mind, I feel like my emotional and mental growth is great. And of course, health is very important. Health is wealth, and so of course, you have to make sure that your body is healthy. Okay, I think I took us out of talking about aging to talking
No,
about health.
I
Yeah.
was going to say, you can give a inspirational TED talk just on aging. Like you really feel it, right? I mean, it
Yeah.
shows you're so passionate about creating awareness that it is like young women shouldn't be afraid to age because unfortunately we live in a stage or a world where there are AI filters and there are all of these Instagram filters and uh, all of these expectations which are not realistic. But there are a lot of people like you, and then there are celebrities like the Bollywood actress Kareena Kapoor or Cindy Crawford who who are not afraid to age, and they are clear about expressing themselves, and they kind of come out even without makeup or in the limelight where they are judged. They put themselves under scrutiny to make space for younger women. So I think that's amazing. That's inspiring. That a lot of nowadays, I don't think it was prevalent before, but off late I have seen this trend, which is very encouraging.
Yeah, 100%. And society puts so much pressure, right? Like, oh, you looked a certain way yesterday, today you don't, or looked a certain way 10 years back, today you don't. And really, there is no reason for us to judge looks based on such a huge passage of
Mhm.
time. All right, we've been talking about some serious stuff. Let's do some fun questions.
Yeah. All right. Let's do
All
it.
right. So here's a question for you. What has been your most unnecessary anti-aging product?
Can I say only one or more? Just kidding. I have so many. But the one most ridiculous recent purchase I had is something called a forehead wrinkle patch. And somehow, I don't know why I get sucked into these things. So I wasted like $40 on it, and it promised a smooth forehead in like 2 hours. First of all, not only did do nothing, and it was a complete waste of money. And the thing is, I don't even have forehead wrinkles. I mean, it's obviously there are some fine lines, but they are not prevalent enough for me to buy those patches. But the marketing was so good. Like there's some influencer was so passionately speaking about it. I did like swipe up and I bought that and I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? And my husband is totally terrified in bed when I put all of those forehead patches and sleeping. Is like, what are you doing? Is like, don't worry about it. Morning when I wake up, I'll be so much younger. So yeah, what about you? Any such ridiculous stories?
Actually, I was thinking of something else, and now I have two because I had bought this as well, maybe 2 or 3 years back when I first started noticing, again lines on my forehead, and I actually got them from somewhere, I don't remember where, but I just started putting them, and it was just so tiring. I don't know if maybe it would have worked, maybe it wouldn't have, but I never got to see the end of it because 2 days I put and then I stopped
Contrary,
putting.
Didi, no tape can bring back the elasticity and collagen of your skin. They cannot remove fine wrinkles. I mean, like for a moment you might feel good, but it's not long term, right? I mean, nothing
Probably.
is anti-aging. The only thing anti-aging is if you take care of your health, you exercise, and you just put
Right,
your
right.
best up. That's the only
Yeah.
thing that's anti-aging. So
100%. And I think the science behind that was if you put it, you don't frown because it automatically keeps you from frowning. But you know what? Like again, here's the question. Like, do you stop smiling? Because I got all these lines because I smile. And of course I'm not gonna stop smiling. And so maybe I'm gonna not frown as much. Maybe I'll try that. But and my second ridiculous product was when I got sucked into this whole thing of I know you do it, so good for you. Three-step, like put some serum and then put another serum and then put a moisturizer and all of that. And I tried it and my skin just broke out. It was like my skin was telling me just go back to a single moisturizer at a time and be done with it. So that's what I stick with. And it may have worked again because it clearly works for you, but I just did not have the patience. All right. Let's see what else. What's something you worried about that turned out to not matter at all?
I used to think that I would be alone when I get old. Like everybody would be living their best Europe holiday life, and I'll be like left alone, just getting old. But one thing that I've realized is aging is like inevitable. It's unavoidable. It's happening to everyone around us. Like there's no escaping it. So, and my friends are aging too. That's the best part. So, all of my friends are of the same age group, and now we are a team. It's not a big deal. It's like last week somebody was talking, oh, I have like one white hair in my eyebrow, what is that about? It's like, oh, we slowly realize there are signs of aging, and we now have a team, we talk about it, so it actually has made our friendship even like stronger. So I used to be worried that how I would feel and will I be alone, but that was like I don't even know why I thought about that, but that was a stupid thing that is not true. What about you?
I know. I like what a different perspective. I couldn't imagine this answer. No, I almost never thought about getting older or aging at all. I think most people don't think when they're younger. Um, the thing that was worried about was gray hair because genetically, I know you don't get it, but like mommy has it, and
We
so
have same parents. Like that's the thing. Like genes is so different, and it's so different. We come from same parents, but you started getting a lot of white hair even when you were in your late 30s, right?
yes,
I
yes.
remember. So it's different. Not that I have any good hair, but at least I don't have white hair. So when I say at least, what I mean is I don't have to do the tedious thing of coloring my hair or not coloring my hair. So that's one stress less for me to worry about. One less thing to worry about.
Right, right. And that was one of the things, like, because I got gray hair like in my mid to late 30s. And then initially it was just one or two. And I thought to myself, oh, I'm getting wiser. Then, of course, suddenly there was so many. And then I had to start coloring. And then I started worrying, like, oh my gosh, so much coloring. But now you get used to the pattern. You just know you have to do it. And so you just color your hair and it's all good. So there was really not much worrying. But I will say this. You have always called me old because you're like, oh, you're
You
so
are older than me. You have to imagine when I was like in my late 20s, you were already in my 30s, and I used to say that life ends at 40. Remember? And when I say that, I say that because I was so stupid, right? Because I did not. When you're that young and you are not wise, and that was like the lack of perception I had, the lack of wisdom that I had when I just thought that, oh, 40 is old. And now that I'm so close to it, and I'm like, oh my goodness, 40 is the new 50. Not really, because your knees still hurt. Sorry, 40 is the new 20. But we'll have to cut that off.
these are
But
all yeah, these are all numbers. Yeah.
but you get the idea. But I had a question. If aging is a gift, what would you say it's the biggest gift that it has given to you?
For me, the biggest gift of aging has been perspective and a stronger sense of self. And I'll stop there because I can go on and on about it. And like just in terms of how much I've learned to value myself versus how much I devalued myself, even that learning has had tremendous growth for me. And like I feel like I just feel better. And hopefully I look better, but really doesn't matter. I feel better. And so that's the biggest gift for me. How about you?
Yeah, I would say, like I've talked about all the stupid things that I used to think about in my 20s. So I would say, as I'm getting older, one thing that I I feel that I've gotten really good at is empathy. Is I have gotten good at putting myself in other people's shoes and kind of trying to understand what they are going through. Like everybody has a story to tell. So I try my best to understand what they are going through without judging. Initially, when I was younger, I would be quick to judge. And fortunately, now I just take a moment and not judge, not think about anything, and just try to see if there's anything I can do to help the person or empathize with that person. So that's a gift.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And it's an important lesson as well.
Yeah.
And if you could give one lesson to your younger self, what would that be about aging?
I mean, I would say just have fun, be playful. I mean, you have known me. One thing consistent throughout the years of my life is playfulness. Whether it's in life, whether it's with my husband, with my son, with my friends, family, at work. If it is not playful, it's not. My heart wouldn't be in it. So I would say have a little bit of playfulness in anything you do. Eat well, move often, believe in yourself. Don't let anybody tell you what to wear, what to do. Just make your own decisions and deal with it.
So true. So true. Taking care, I would have said the same thing, honestly. Taking care of your body. This is one thing I missed mentioning earlier, which is I feel like the better I feel on the inside, the better I'm able to at least project myself. Cannot obviously control the skin and the wrinkles and my hair, but I can control how I am appearing, or at least in my mental well-being, like how I am appearing in front of others. So I do think eating well is a significant predictor of your health and how you look. And that's what I would tell my younger self, like, eat well, move often, believe in yourself, and don't let any negativity take you down. And I will just add this because I keep telling myself that, like, you are the star of your own life, and always make sure to live it to the full.
Hmm. That is such a good way to end our podcast. I mean, you are the star of your life, right? There's nobody more important than you. And unless you take care of yourself and you are happy in a good mental and physical state, you cannot even keep others happy around you, right? That's the energy you project to others. So it's so important to take care of yourself. So,
Absolutely, absolutely. And there is no point overthinking aging, because aging is just another word for living. And honestly, if you're lucky, we get to keep a healthy body, and if we get to have longevity in our lives. And the advantage of that is you get to see so many different things. You get to experience so many new ideas or just new things around your life, and you get to stay curious. And I feel a healthy, well lived, long life is in itself a gift, right? That is the biggest gift one could have got. So, yeah, thank you everyone for listening. Any closing words from you, Nidhi?
yeah, I mean, I totally agree with you. Whatever your age, you're right where you need to be. So, thank you so much for spending time with us today. We would love to hear your lessons. So, please share it with us in the comments and follow us wherever you get your podcast. Like, subscribe, give us feedback. We would love to hear from you. And if you share it with your friends, it also helps us. And you want to talk about our website, Dee?
Oh, yeah. So we've been hinting about it. In fact, I've been like plugging it for the last podcast. And finally, we have our website up. It's called chocolateandspicetalk.com. We will put the link out in the podcast and wherever else you're seeing it. And you'll be able to see the details of our past episodes, all the links. There are some fun blog posts and more details on why we even started this podcast. So hopefully you are able to go there and enjoy that as well. And see you all in the next episode. Thanks.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.
Okay, not bad.